Let's dive right into this explainer, because today we're exploring an absolute marvel of human history. Picture this. It's the year 1010 CE. The great King Rajaraja Chola I had just finished conquering lands and securing these massive ocean trade routes. But, he wanted something more. He wanted to build a legacy that would outlast empires, outlast kings, and just stand tall until the end of time. And the result? A staggering 216-foot granite monolith known as the Brihadeeswarar Temple in Thanjavur. It's a structure so incredibly massive that it literally casts shadows of stone over everything around it.
Now, what is absolutely wild about this project is the sheer impossible speed of its construction. When we think about grand historical structures, our minds usually go straight to Europe's medieval cathedrals, right? Buildings that famously took centuries and multiple generations of stonemasons to complete. But Rajaraja? He built his towering granite mountain in just 6 years. 6 years to achieve what took others hundreds of years.
And to make that 6-year sprint even more mind-boggling, consider the number 50. The Brihadeeswarar Temple was built right in the middle of a river delta region. That means there wasn't a single granite quarry for 50 miles in any direction. Every single piece of stone on that massive 216-foot tower had to be hauled in from at least 50 miles away.
Section 1. Engineering an Ancient Marvel. Moving the mountain.
So how did they pull it off? Well, the answer to this logistical mystery isn't magic. It's just pure, uncompromising administrative precision. The king mobilized a workforce of epic proportions. Thousands of master sculptors, engineers, and laborers were brought together to literally move a mountain piece by piece. We are talking about transporting over 130,000 tons of incredibly hard granite. And without trucks or trains, they used the rivers, thousands of bullock carts, and a massive fleet of highly trained war elephants dragging heavy wooden rollers. Just imagine the thundering sound of that operation.
And this is where their engineering genius really shines. When all 130,000 tons of that granite finally arrived, they didn't just glue it all together. Actually, scratch that. They didn't use any binding material at all. The entire 216-foot structure is built using interlocking stone blocks. Zero cement, zero mortar. They essentially engineered a giant multi-thousand-ton jigsaw puzzle so incredibly precise that it has withstood earthquakes for over 1,000 years. It bends, it settles, but it absolutely does not break.
Which brings us to the greatest architectural head-scratcher of the entire project, sitting right there at the very top of the tower. Think about it. How on earth do you lift an 80-ton block over 200 feet straight up into the air? It really leaves you wondering how 11th century engineers managed to completely defy gravity without any modern tools.
They had to conquer the Kumbam. This is a single, unyielding capstone carved from one solid block of granite, and it weighs a massive 80 tons. It is the crowning achievement of the temple, sitting right at the apex. Elevating 80 tons to that height feels like it should be literally impossible without modern cranes, hydraulics, or steel girders.
But they did it. And according to tradition and architectural analysis, here is the game plan they used. Step 1. They constructed a massive earthen ramp starting miles away from the temple site. Step 2. They used the physics of inclined planes to gradually, slowly gain elevation. And step 3. Teams of hundreds of men working right alongside those powerful war elephants painstakingly rolled that enormous 80-ton stone all the way up to the summit. It was this perfect triumph of brute force married to brilliant mathematical calculation.
Section 2. The ultimate public record. Etched in stone.
You see, beyond the physical engineering, this temple was the absolute financial and cultural engine of the Chola Empire. King Rajaraja ensured that the temple walls became the most meticulous ledger imaginable. He made sure that every single person who worked on the project was recognized. We're talking the chief architects, the accountants, exactly 400 temple dancers, the musicians, and even the florists. All of them had their names, their home addresses, and their exact salaries permanently etched right into the granite walls.
This matters so much because this monument wasn't just a place of worship. It was an unprecedented record of public accountability and patron arts. It was, essentially, an ancient blockchain, a perfectly transparent, totally unalterable ledger carved in stone for anyone to see and for history to remember forever.
Section 3. An enduring royal legacy. The baton pass.
As Rajaraja grew older, it was finally time for the baton to pass. But his son, Rajendra Chola I,
He was definitely not content to just sit in the shadow of his father's mountain. He was looking north, ready to take the empire's tiger flag further than his father ever dreamed, launching an incredibly audacious military campaign heading all the way up toward the holy Ganges River.
Before we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final striking thought. If an empire from the year 1010 CE could etch their total administrative and financial accountability into literal stone, creating a monument that has survived earthquakes, empires, and an entire millennium, what kind of permanent records are we building today? Are the ledgers and the monuments we leave behind for future generations going to be as enduring, as transparent, and as awe-inspiring as a 216-foot mountain of granite? It's definitely an incredible question to ponder. Thanks for learning with me today.